Hi, Dennis Weiss, Eagle Communications. Welcome to our town. Very cool location we're shooting today. D.G. Smith Building, and I'll bet you don't know where it is. Sarah Wilson is here with Old Town Abilene, and we have some exciting 2019 stuff coming up that we're here to talk about. But you let us come here.
Yes.
Tell us about this building and what you're doing with it.
Okay, so it's the D.G. Smith Building on First and Cedar. So it's in the where old downtown was. So it's a two-story brick building. I'm sure you guys know it. It's the pink brick building down here. And I'm currently converting the second floor to a two-bedroom apartment. And then down here, this will be phase 2. The first floor will be phase 2. And eventually we'll put some office space, kind of co-working space down here, so people that work from home or just need to get out of the house, need a conference room, something like that, they can have a place to come and work from.
So I was asked that question this morning when I was telling someone I was coming here to film, and they said, is she still thinking about co-working space downstairs? And I said, I do not know, but we will as soon as the camera comes on.
Now we know.
So this is very cool. The reason that we're filming here, first of all, Sarah's doing this, and Sarah is a volunteer for Old Town Abilene. Yes. Highly paid job, right? Old Town Abilene.
The best.
But from there, you do have a job. You work in Chicago.
Yes.
As an accountant, and you're really glad you're in Abilene this week of the polar vortex.
That's for sure.
But behind that, you bought this building and you're making this investment in Abilene, and it's maybe the best story we have available to us to tell.
Yeah.
So we're telling it, by golly.
That's right.
All right. The upstairs is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
The length of this building and how that makes your architecture layout up there is really going to be something.
Yeah.
So maybe you can charge 25-cent tours after you get it
done.
There we go.
There's an idea.
All right, Old Town Abilene.
Yes.
2019, big plans.
Yes.
Let's tell people some of the things and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, yeah, we're always wanting to improve and do better every year. I think we had a great year in 2018, but of course we always want to improve upon that. So we've got a lot of priorities. One of our biggest priorities is fundraising. Obviously, that's a huge goal of ours every single year. It's something we constantly have to do as a nonprofit. So we were lucky enough to receive a $5,000 grant from the Community Foundation. So that's been huge, and that's going to go towards a junior leadership program that we're wanting to start down there. So the junior leadership program, the idea is kind of to teach kids life skills, how to balance a checkbook, how to make a budget. It'll be a little bit of a mini town down there where they have to work with shop owners and things like that. So that's what the grant money is going to go towards, and that's one of our first projects of the year. So we're really excited about that. And then we've got a fundraising dinner that we're planning for the beginning of March. We're doing that in anticipation of the March 15th D-Day, the Community Foundation's match day.
Right.
So in order to be part of that match day, you have to have a endowment at the Community Foundation, which we do not right now. So our goal for our fundraising dinner in March is going to be to raise that $5,000, some of it, if not all of it, so that we can participate in match day, because that's a huge thing that's going on in Abilene and Dickinson County, so we'd love to be a part of that.
You're doing a wonderful job of telling our viewers and frankly me of what we know, you and I know works, which is collaboration.
Yes.
So Old Town Abilene itself is a collection of individuals and organizations that kind of coalesced into a venture in Old Abilene town.
Right.
But behind that, you've talked about the Community Foundation in Dickinson County and something that they do in their course of business, which is they collect funds from people who want great things to happen forever. Right. And they have programs, and having an endowment there is something that's very big for that organization. They're trying to get people to put $5,000 together and get started. You just laid all that out in about 35 seconds. So so happy that you're doing that for this organization.
Yes, it's much needed for us. I mean, Elizabeth, obviously, you know, she's great down there, but she just explains it really well. You know, you're planning for your future. It's not for today, it's for tomorrow. And that's our biggest thing with Old Abilene Town, is how do we make it last forever? So we want these long-term goals to be met so that we can have a tomorrow down there and, you know, make it last and make it something that generations to come can have the memories and everything down there for them.
So your first program is to reach out to young people that you just described to us on camera.
Yes, exactly.
Young people. That's smart. But it's also needed.
Yes.
The things you just said are needed. I know some of that is supposed to happen in schools, but school's compulsory, this is voluntary.
Yeah, well, and teachers have enough on their plates with the kids. I mean, you know, they're raising those kids and teaching them what they need to know. So, you know, the life lessons, things like that, while we do hope they get that at school as well, why can't we be that resource for them? So that's what we're hoping for.
Everything that sticks for a lifetime is taught more than once.
Yes.
It really has to be done that way. So, okay. Old Town Abilene, there's a lot of fun. Okay, some of the events last year were?
So we had Chisholm Trail Days is our big event, obviously. Yes, you've got your necktie on.
I do, and it's warm.
So, yes, exactly.
And I like that today.
Yep. So Chisholm Trail Days, that was our 3rd year last year. We're going to do it again this year. Always room for improvement. So our next board meeting is actually on Monday. So that's going to be our big kind of planning session, delegating who's doing what. But we're definitely wanting to bring back good musical acts, bring back the Longhorns. Similar, but always room to improve. So we're looking to do that.
I thought about this interview this morning as I'm bustling around, and a very first interest point for me was, I wonder how Sarah's going to look today.
Okay.
You know why? It's because the biggest part of that is energy drain. And I remember how you looked at the end of that last year. And maybe I even looked a little into your soul and said, can I do this again? Well, here you are looking pretty energetic.
Oh, yeah.
But we will guarantee need more and better help this year in 2019 than we had in 2018. And we had good help in 2018.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But that need doesn't end. So I'm looking to have you inspire some people.
Yes.
I'm going to go help that kid do something great.
Yes, please help us. We're looking for all the help we can get. You know, time is one of the biggest donations you can give a lot of the times. Obviously, funds is a huge help, but your time is even bigger sometimes. So
I think of Elizabeth, myself, our daughter Lexi, and Kat McKee worked the West Gate.
Yes.
And you 4 people. It was perfect during the rush. And any good customer service is scaled for the rush.
Right.
And but we occupied 4 people at one gate, and there were a lot different amount of gates, and there was a lot of other things going on. So to make life successful for the people who travel to Abilene and invest their time in that day or that weekend, we need Abileners to do those jobs.
For sure.
And be happy about it.
Yes, we'll feed you. It's just a 3-hour shift most of the time. It might be hot, but we'll make sure you've got water, hydrated, all of that. So anyone who's looking to volunteer, get involved. I think it's a great opportunity. I mean, you guys had fun, hopefully, at the gate, all hanging out. Yeah. So, and it's a nice way to see people. You get in and get to see the music. So I think it's a great event.
The picture's still up on my wife's Facebook page. So, you know,
there you go.
We look like we're having fun because
we
were.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what else are you going to do this year?
Oh, so after the fundraising dinner, you know, then our kind of busy season starts in May. So that's when we open up again. So our big goal is to have the Can dancers, the saloon, open on the weekends. While we did it some of the time last year, we really want to be consistent about it this year. So that involves getting the Can dancers lined up. So we're going to reach out to the high school, you know, girls that are on the dance team, cheerleading team. Those are the girls we're going to go after and see if they're interested in doing that. Again, you know, it's not something that we can spend a ton of money on. These girls are not well paid to be doing this. It's all volunteer again. They do make tips and that kind of thing, but
well, they're not well paid with cash.
No, exactly.
But you are proof of the investment being well paid. The experience of doing things, we're setting in an example of that for you.
Yeah.
You're well paid for this, comes sometime in the future.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, they're well paid comes with, they're the only ones who will be able to say we were Can dancers in the Alamo Saloon in Abilene, Kansas, Queen of the Cowtown, and we were a vital part of sustaining Old Town Abilene.
That's right, yeah.
They can say that.
Yeah, and my parents' generation, it was a big deal to be a Can dancer down there in high school. Like, there were tryouts, you know, it was a really big deal. We're wanting to bring that back. We want to bring that pride back, and so I think as long as we can get started and have them consistently down there, see that it's actually fun to do, interact with everyone that comes and visits, because we do have visitors down there. People are there, you know, every day of the week. So we really want to bring that back and make that fun again. So.
The Alamo Saloon itself, is that available as a venue for people who want to do events there too?
Yes. So part of the issue is that we don't have any heating down there in the winter. That's part of the reason why we're filming here today. So while we'd love to rent it out year round, the heating is a huge thing. And again, that's another fundraising thing for us, is something that we're trying to raise money for so that we can have heat down there and be open all year round. So, but in the busy season, you know, really, if we get a hot stretch during April, really May is when it starts, but we would love everyone to come down there. If they want to have a wedding reception down there, I think that'd be great. It's really pretty with the string lights down there. But yeah, Old Abilene Town's a great place to have an event.
I'd like to make arrangements to use it.
Yes.
I want to bring my business sales team into Abilene for a meeting middle of the year, and I can't think of a better venue than the Alamo Saloon.
Yes.
That would work for you, wouldn't it? Yes, it would.
Yep. No, I love that. We've talked to another charity in Abilene that is wanting to have their annual event down there in August. It's not for sure or concrete yet, but it's again working together. We're both really excited. We obviously have to talk to our boards about making sure that the dates work and everything like that. But we're hoping in the next couple of weeks we'll be able to collaborate on that, and we'll have another, you know, collaboration down there. So.
And I know you have really good Wi-Fi service inside
that building. Yes. So this little company called Eagle provides that Wi-Fi. That's
right. I watched a lot of happy customers swipe their card at Oktoberfest and other events there last year. And so just a little thing we do that makes really
a big difference.
Happen
Yeah,
there, right?
It makes a big difference. Yeah.
Okay. What else? Event-wise?
Oh man, that we know of. We are wanting to do more things down there, you know, just on a Friday night basis, like we did for the Friday night of Chisholm Trail Days, where we had a band down there, we had some burgers and hot dogs grilling, a smaller events like that bring people down there on a regular basis. So we'd like to do something once a month. Is that realistic or not? We don't know, but that's kind of where our goal is to have a small band down there every Friday.
If somebody has a bright idea, they should probably come talk to
Sarah
Wilson.
Or a band that they want to, Sure. If you've got a band that you're wanting to perform, that'd be awesome. And yeah.
That's how things get done.
Exactly.
Right? So
just put it out there, right?
A little bit of a joke, but a serious question underneath. How does one join the Wilson family band of Old Town Abilene supporters?
So a lot of people seem to think we own the place, run the place. I don't know. I don't know what rumors are out there, but it really truly is just all volunteer.
Right.
I mean, we really got involved because my grandpa just loved it, and I think his biggest thing was he didn't want to see it die. He saw it go from how it started out in 1958. To the lull period that it had, and then it really did start to come back when he donated a lot of his time and a lot of his labor to it, and that's just something that got ingrained in our family from then, and I don't know, for better or for worse, we're stuck with it.
I thought I would want to say that as a joke, but really you don't have to have the last name Wilson to be on Old Town Abilene and to be a key member of the going forward campaign.
A diverse board would be great. We would love anyone and everyone that wants to volunteer. It is all just volunteer. For our family, it's been really important, and we hope it becomes that way for other families too.
Could be for that family too.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Really, this is one of the things going on that I've always heard about from the moment I came to Kansas in 1992. The Old Abilene town needs a revitalization.
Yes, yeah.
Well, it's happening.
Yes.
And I think it's got legs, Sarah. I think what's going on is in a path of sustainability.
Yes.
But we still need that guy and that gal and those kids and that check.
Yes.
But I think we've got possible right here. I just think we need to close the deal.
Yes, and that's I feel like that's where our board feels we're at as well. Whether your involvement is from just coming to the events or volunteering, donating your time, donating materials, donating money, whether if it's any of those things, we appreciate it more than you guys know. It makes it possible for us to keep doing events. I think we were really encouraged by what we did around the Christmas season in December. That's a time when we're typically not open because of the heat, but we were able to make it work. We had the general store open, which I think is a great for, you know, holiday gifts. I think it's a great thing. And we had our Cowboy Christmas with chili and cinnamon rolls. I mean, how simple is that? And we sold out of both. And so that was really exciting. We served about 75 people. So that's 75 people that would have never been down there on a Saturday in December.
So you've led me into one of my favorite conversations, and I hope it's of interest to you. If not, pretend like it is.
Okay.
There's no easy button in economic development. Everybody, it's kind of natural. I don't mean it as a negative statement. It's kind of natural to want an easy button, but I just want to say there's no easy button in economic development. There's no one big thing. If you think it is, you're probably on the wrong track. In small town America, it's little things that work. Like a small company, just 4% more next year. Just 4% more next year. And pretty soon you've got a medium-sized company and a bigger company, and you know, your payroll has went from 10 people to 20 people. But what you have going there with your team is in the model of things that will work in our size of a community. And all we need is people to come have fun, people to come help, and just a little bit better each year. And I want people to recognize that just a little bit better each year is the magic.
Oh, for sure. I think that's key. I mean, just having it decorated for Christmas so that there's a picture opportunity down there.
A little bit better.
It doesn't seem like a lot, but for us just to have money coming in each month, we've got bills each month. So when we have those months where, you know, it's the middle of winter where there's not a whole lot going on. So those months where we've got bills still, but we don't have anything going on, it's hard for us to sustain that way. So that's why we tried to do the stuff around December when we weren't.
So help me a little. The little hotel across the way.
The Merchant Hotel.
Merchant Hotel. Major renovation inside of there. Okay, when was that done?
About 2 years ago.
2 years ago. That's probably this much better, right? But now we have it. That was a person who really contributed to that and made that this much better. But as a community, that's part of now Old Town Abilene. That's available.
We were able to have that open, and you know, people can take a tour of it. We decorated it for Christmas. And I mean, it just looks great on our grounds, I think.
It's just a reminder to people. If you're whizzing by on the street, you may not see these improvements, these investments made by your neighbors, but they are there. And it's an opportunity for all of us to have an asset we didn't have before.
Exactly, And I mean, we did that when we were getting ready for Chisholm Trail Days. We did the general store and we did the photo booth next door. They're not amazing improvements, but they're now open, and whereas they weren't before, and we're able to, you know, have a cool general store down there with old-timey candy, toys, whatever you want. And I think it's a great thing to say that we have down there now, instead of saying, well, these buildings are closed. We can now say, well, this building is open and you can go on in and enjoy it.
And that's a big, big, big change. So I was going to call you and go, if you'll let me fire up that wood stove, I'd rent the building.
We've had a lot of people ask about that.
I'd rent the building for a team meeting this winter. But I don't know how many rules that would break, but I'll bet there's several.
So when we had our Cowboy Christmas, we had propane heaters in there. And everyone was like, why don't you have this wood stove? Well, it's not vented anymore, is the problem. Again, it's something that we have to fundraise for, and when that day comes where we can make that improvement, it's going to happen. But yes, we had several people, and you know, that was a great opportunity for us to say, hey, if you want to come work on it, if you'd like to come work on it and donate your services, we'd be more than happy.
I may have to put my mind to that problem, because that's something I would be very interested in. I love that stove.
It's a great piece.
It's such a historic thing. But I'm like this building, I'm a big believer that historic things, the longer we actually use them, the longer they will last.
Stick around, I agree.
So let's put this stuff back to work. All right, what haven't we talked about Old Town Abilene?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think we just had a great 2018, and we're really excited for 2019 to improve upon everything. I think our fundraising dinner is going to be a really fun experience.
What month are you going to do that?
So it's going to be the beginning of March.
Okay.
I don't want to say the date
That's
unless
all right.
it changes.
You can get the date to us,
Yes.
and we'll
So,
put it up on our scroll page.
Yes, we'll be sending out invitations to people that volunteered their time, volunteered their funds, anyone that was really involved with Old Abilene Town. We want them to come have dinner at the Hitching Post restaurant, and we're going to have some silent auction items up for bid and hopefully raise some money that way, and also just have a really fun night of community involvement and people getting together.
So we want you to be thus informed, be watching on Eagle, on Channel 2, on the scroll page. We'll have that event there, and maybe we'll put it out in another way as well.
Yeah.
But if you're interested in any of these things Sarah Wilson is talking about today, that'd be your great opportunity to walk in, have a nice meal, meet the people you'd be working with for success, and enjoy an evening and the excitement that your folks have generated, and I don't mean your parents, the folks all around
Everyone
you,
that's involved,
around you, is contagious.
Yes.
And exposing people to it will work every time it's tried.
I agree.
Okay, Sarah Wilson. Wow, this building, from where it was to what you're going to do with it, is going to be one of the biggest changes in historic Abilene that's been done since long before you were alive. This is on you. Let's celebrate it. So when you get this all done, let's throw a party down here on this.
Oh, I'd love to.
Before you put the business in.
Okay.
I'll help you with that.
Okay.
All right?
When it's nice and cleaned out.
All right, when it's all, always wood floors. Be a great place to have a dance, wouldn't it?
It would be, yeah.
Okay. We're going to do that, and it's going to be great. I'm Dennis Weiss. I work for Eagle Communications. Sarah Wilson, Old Town Abilene, works in a job in Chicago on the computer and just doing great things, but investing so much of her and her family in Abilene, Kansas. Wanted you to know about it. Have a great day.